That was a doozy. That was a doozy. That was kind of crazy. It really was. So, I made as many points as I could possibly make. Right? Dear God. See, it's funny. Can you imagine if you start hitting? Anyway, I'm sorry. I wanted to, yeah, because you know this little bit too tight now. I don't even know what to say at this point because I said everything already. Right? So I did the real edition, or what do I call that? An ARC, a reels challenge, maybe. Right? An ARC, I have another term I like to call it is accessible reusable content. Speaking of that, there are some acronyms that I forgot to mention. Dear God, C.I.N.E, right? And I stole that from another page of mine. See, you, if you're gonna plagiarize from yourself. You know, plagiarize from yourself. You know. So on another page, I refer to the CIA as commitment, interest, and attraction, right? And a lot of people, they really think that they're, you know, in that regard, we're talking about people that claim that they want relationships with you of any kind, whether it be friendship, you know, intimate, whatever. And it's like, okay, but you're not willing to endure any challenges with me, so it means that you're not that interested. So people, that's why they say never take revenge. You know, rotten fruit falls off all by itself. And it doesn't mean that these people are terrible people. It's just that, listen, man, there's a difference between the leaves, the branches, and the roots. There's a difference. Yeah, there's a difference. So yes, you know, that's the Bossman teaching half of the board, right? Then of course, there's my side of the board right here. Right? So in reality, I need to be sitting here so that, you know, just in case you feel like following any of these pages here, right? Yeah? Any of them you can follow, it's fine. I need to honor my commitments because there's some things on my to-do list. There's some things on my to-do list, so I might as well talk about them. I need to make a lot of tutorials on how to find these relevant pages. I need to also do that for even my pages as well, you know, might as well. Mind you, I could use that and populate it under this page right here, and then, you know, whenever I go live, I can say, hey, this is how you find this, this is how you find that, this is how you find this, this is how you find that. Because I mean, I am into digital advertising. What am I doing? I might as well live up to what I'm talking about. I might as well live up to it. You know? You know, a lot of people try to do the robotic thing where they're like, you know, they want you to be obsessed with, you know, the ROI and the CPA and the CPC and, you know, all the terminology and all of the, you know, hey, you need to be using CapCut, you need to be doing this, you need to be doing that, and it's like, hey, listen, one person can't do so much. And even so, even if you do, after a while, you're gonna have to delegate that and say, listen, it's not sustainable for me to continue doing this. Come, I might drop down dead, left the business. So realistically, you can't be the only person doing it all. Domino's don't do it all by themselves. Whoever started Domino's, you know, Jeff Bezos could not do all of that by himself. Mr. Musk, name the person, it doesn't matter. And funny story, look at people, them not have a business where everybody know about. Like me. Nobody don't know about my business. Nobody knows me. I'm a nobody. In fact, shout out to Gary V, because Gary V makes that painfully clear. So he's like, look at me. You know why I'm successful? Because no, but I'm nobody. That's why I'm humble. I'm humble enough to know that I'm nobody. I am nobody. I hear Gary Vee say that all the time, right? And I like the passion that he delivers his message with, you know? You know, it's respectable because it's real. It's real, you know? And one thing with him, no, he's an embodiment of, like I saw an image and I can't wait to find, I need to find all the image then. That's what I need to do. I need to stop wasting time. I will find all of those images that are related to the things that I'm talking to you about. Because watch this. There's a picture of 4 pairs, well, yeah, not 4 pairs. 4 individual pieces of dice in a row. And the letters had R-I, and then it said C-H, but then the C was like they turned the thing at a particular angle, so the C would have a S under it, and then the H has a K under it. And basically what they're saying is, you cannot be rich without risk. Yeah? Can't be rich without risk. Let me apologize for doing this. Yeah. You can't be rich without risk. Or rather, you can't be successful in comfort. You can't comfortable. Yeah, because look, you saw what I did in the other video. You saw it. This is not comfortable. You see how my voice changed? Yeah, that's not comfortable. That's painful. As much as I like doing it to prove that I have the skill, that hurt here, it hurt here, it hurt here. You know, progress is painful. Let me tell you, like, doing pipe push-ups, it's not fun. Pipe push-ups ain't fun. Doing handstand variations, oh God. You know, it's not fun. It's not fun. I mean, it is, but it's not. Right? There is a pain and a pleasure. The pleasure is the results. You know, being able to do things that you couldn't do before. And I think growing up, martial arts was that expression of what possibility meant. You know, for me, martial arts was always an expression of possibility. That's how I always interpreted martial arts. It was always about possibility. Forget even, yeah, you know how to control your weapon, you know how to use a nunchaku, you know how to use the 3-section staff and do certain things, you know how to spin the staff a certain way. Yeah? But you had to be taught the form, and then you had to grow in your confidence in terms of control, so that you know, okay, I'm doing this so I'm not hitting myself. I have control. Right? So there's a confidence that comes from the amount of hours of practice that you put into these particular things. So when you look at martial arts is, I mean, if you dedicate yourself to even a portion of martial arts in your life, it might change your philosophy on how you approach anything, really. Because you will realize, wait, what can't I do? You know, there were things that I thought I couldn't do, and I'm doing them now. You know, like when you see people doing it, that calisthenics thing where you see them doing a handstand with one hand, and you see them, you know, doing all of these crazy maneuvers, and you're like, you know what it took to be able to do that? You know what kind of core strength you need to have to be able to do that? Because they just make it look easy. They just make it look like, okay, I can do a frog pose, that's it. Or the crow pose, that's it. You know, the elbow lever, I tried that and I can't do that yet. And people say, oh, that's the first thing you need to learn. I learned the L-sit before that. So I would argue that the elbow lever is a little bit more difficult than the L-sit. I would think so. I would think so. So, let me apologize if, hold on. Because I'm trying to get as much of the fun out of, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so I guess that's my inner Champloo talking. Right? That's the inner Champloo talking. And that's the other thing too, right? Possibilities. Like, so sitting down and thinking about automating one Bossman, or do I just get up and just change outfits, palette swap, and say, okay, switch this to black and black, and there you are, Bossman Teaching. And then after that, come out of this, drop a short sleeve, and then that's Bossman Cinema. And then, you know, peel that off, you have Bossman Champloo. You know? And then, if you notice, take a look at this. Wait a minute. Is my phone shaking? No, I thought it was. I'm sorry. So anyhow, that's a number one, you know. You see, when I put that in anything that I do, search for this anywhere in the world, you must find it. Type this anywhere, you have to find it. Right? This too. Right? I have to go and change all of the usernames to this, so that way anybody searching for this, they can find it. Right? So that I could do that for this, but I think this is pretty unique enough. Because how many people other than Jamaican spell boy as B-W-O-Y? You know, how many people do that? There's boy, but boy are 40. That's right. You know I'm proud of this. You know how bad I am at art. You know how bad I am at art, man. You know. I am proud of that. One day I'll probably rub it out and then try to you know, repurpose it, put it back and see if I can get it to look like how it did before. That would be a challenge, right? Yeah. So anyhow, I kill time and I talk to you. I am killing time now. I did say it before. The day you plant the tree is not the day you eat the fruit. Don't it? You did say that, don't it? I did say that. You know? But life is a beautiful thing. Again, I'm going to look at this very closely. Hey! I love finding my purpose and I found it. You know, my purpose is basically entertainment and accountability. You know? Yeah, where entertainment means accountability, that's me. That's me. I'll entertain you, hold myself accountable, and then of course, for example, like I can offer a challenge to myself. Type any of these in any browser. Go in private, whether you want to do it as an incognito window or whatever. Type any of these and tell me what you see, if you can see them. And then the same thing with over here. Type any one of these, whether it is one Bossman Teaching, only one first person tutor. The O's are actual zeros, and then of course the one in the first is actually a number one, right? And of course this as well, right? So yeah, if any of them, just type them and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Tell me what you see, man. Because this way I know that I did the appropriate SEO for all of that. And for over here. Right? I guess that's a bit of shameless advertising if there ever was. Right? And you see, I don't even need to tell you to press that. I don't need to tell you because it's already there. You might see this and say, oh, can I actually? You can press that and see if you actually get me. That's another thing. You know, test it out. Type this and see what you get. Right? And press that and see what you get. Hold on. No, sometimes we have a little fun like this. That's called being meta. Why not? Yeah, so what am I going to talk to you about for another 15? Look at this. See that? Ah, you see? Yeah. Beggars can't be choosers, man. Beggars can't be choosers. No. I'm not preachy, am I? Because I slacked off. How about that? I slacked off. And sometimes it's because your body needs a physical and mental break. So I didn't go live any at all for the week. I felt like there was too much of a backlog on my computers, on my tablet, on my phones, on my hard drive, on my cloud storage. So I had to be sorting all of that mess out, right? I had like over how much terabyte worth of storage, and it's like, okay, there's the lesson. The lesson is whenever you're paying for a subscription, pay it yearly. Don't do the monthly subscription for anything. Do it yearly. It might cost more upfront, but it's more rewarding. You know, so right now, my Zoom Pro, I don't have to worry about that till December 2025. Yeah? I believe I shouldn't have to worry about one of my other accounts until maybe May 2025. That I wouldn't have to worry about paying it. But then again, it doesn't really matter because it's OneDrive. OneDrive's policies in terms of storage and all of that, they're not as ridiculous as Google. Oh, when you can't pay for your Google storage for the 2 terabyte or whatever, you know what they do? No more email. But when you had the basic 15 gigabytes free, they never blocked access to your email. But as soon as you can make that payment, and I made a video about that already. So, you know, and that's another thing. I need to get back to doing skits. And probably I need to invite, you know, friends of mine who have certain struggles with certain technological things that they have to do, you know? Yeah. You know, relatable content. And I have fun making that. Yeah. Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. Sometimes you need a little meditation. You need it. You know? Because sometimes you look at your phone and you go, how did it get to 60 out of 64 gigabytes? How? How did that happen? Then you look at your 128 gigabyte phone and you see it reach 118. And you say, how? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Yeah. So I realized that I'm trying to copy and paste the success that I had with Bossman Teaching, and trying to copy and paste that success to everything else that I do. And I think what happened was that because it was the only thing that I had that was really getting responses and getting traction. Sometimes you get addicted to the activity. Sometimes you get addicted to seeing waves of people coming in and leaving the comments and doing this and doing that and all of that, you know. Sometimes we get addicted to the progress. Yeah, the progress. Sometimes. And it's funny, because while I'm talking to you now, there's a song playing in my head. And the song playing in my head is probably something I can play. Come on, guys. Y'all are ruining it now. I think it's called Light No Theme. Just like how you have El No Theme and El No Theme B, and then El No Theme Shiso, and then you have Near No Theme, right? Yeah, I'm sorry. I've been binging a lot of Death Note, and because of that, it has led to a lot of ideas that you will see on Bossman Cinema. That's what it means to be that, you know. That's what it means to be that. It's what it means to be a CCO, right? No shame in the game at all, right? I mean, if you have a page, that's called applauding yourself. And that's why I created, or should I say, you know what? That's why we all collaborated to make out of many one Bossman. But then again, they would argue that because I'm the brains, the Donatello, that is my idea. So maybe it is. But in any case, that's entertainment meeting accountability, and it's a little bit different. Because you see, everybody else, whenever they do it, the different personalities represent, let's say for example, like with Tracy Allen. Come on, guy, you're ruining it. Come on, guy. You know, like with RJ the comic guy, it will be different comic book characters, right? Same thing with Tracy Allen, same thing, right? You're dealing with like the Sasuke's, the Zoros, and all of the different characters like Ichigo and all of that, right? So that's what that would represent in terms of how they approach doing that kind of content. But for Ultimate One Bossman, where it's a little bit different, is that every personality that is represented represents a page that you can follow. So therefore, maybe that's an idea. It's like, by the way, feel free to stop by Bossman Cinema's page. Go over there. Please do that. By the way, Bossman Champloo's page. Please. It is at one Bossman Champloo, right? So go to that page. Yeah? Again, for Bossman Cinema, remember, don't type just Bossman Cinema. What do? At symbol, number 1, Bossman Cinema, then YT. No, it doesn't mean white, it means YouTube, okay? Relax. Okay, here you go, right? These people are driving me crazy. Anyway, so then now, oh, me? You're already on my page. But just in case you want to scroll and stop by, okay, well, at number 1, Bossman Digital Media. And of course, you know, you've already seen this. Oh, you can also look at that as well, you know. Ain't no shame in the game. Ain't no shame in the game. None. No shame. This is what it means to be a CCO. You know, in the words of a battle rapper named Daylight, keep it going. Shall I keep it going? Yeah, big up Daylight though. He's a brilliant guy. Brilliant. You might not agree with him every time, but boy, he's brilliant, man. He's a brilliant guy. Like, he's not regular. He's not regular. He's not a regular human being. And almost any video that you've ever seen him shoot, he probably shot the video himself. He's an excellent videographer, trust me. So, yeah, you know. So man like them, they never make. They never make all the excuses, you know. So we got them man there. Alright? So yeah, that's all I've ever managed to do throughout this entire video. This is something that can see. I'm always thinking about, okay, where would I put this? Where would I put this? This would go on a live stream. That's what this would be. So if me a chat this long, it has to go on a live. It has to go on a live. And then of course, you can stop me. But then again, I won't be able to see what you guys are saying. You know why? Because I didn't anticipate that you guys would be leaving comments. I never anticipated that. Right? So if I'm playing this in the live stream and you guys are watching, then I'll have to press pause right there and then respond to you accordingly. So this is kind of what, you know, this is me. Yeah. Or pretending to go live. Right? Yeah, we're pretending to go live. But tired no though. Tired. I'm tired. I was in the middle of recording something. See that? Oh, that's a lot of fun. Look at that. Look at the meta being meta. You see that? Look at that. That's fun. That's if you're going to do it, just make it fun. At least make it fun, you know, for you. If nobody else thinks it's fun, then you know, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about that. You know what I learned about life? People follow what's popular. They don't really care about you. They don't really care about who you are. But they care about what's popular. So just get popular. Just get relevant. Yeah, man, big up your relevance. Yeah? Elevate your relevance and see. All of a sudden, you can literally make a post about nothing and everybody's paying attention. Yeah, man. Everybody is like, I can't wait to hear what he has to say. Yeah. Yeah, man, it's gaining little relevance. And then that can be dangerous and it can be addictive, because if you get too caught up in your own relevance, then what happens? You almost stop being a human. Anyway. Oh dear God. Did you really do that? Come on, you can't do that. The show is not even over. The show's not even over. And I look away and you go dark mode instead of light. I saw what you did there. I saw what you did. Anyway, I'm killing time. Swear to God, I'm killing time. Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to come up with an acronym and, you know, I-A-K-T. I act, you know, with a K. I am killing time. You know, whatever. Anyhow, I'm running off the time I know. May I wait till it reaches 30 minutes? Well, it's been fun. Thanks for helping me to stay consistent. Yeah.